With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey, this is Tyler from Black Diamond Softball and Fitness, and you're watching Foul Pole to Foul Pole Daily. Hey, what's going on? This is Tyler with Black Diamond Softball and Fitness, and here we are with another episode of Foul Pole to Foul Pole Daily. I think you guys are starting to see that we're putting this stuff out on the YouTube channel as well as the audio side. So thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in and listening and sharing. It means a lot to me. Today we're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk about running our own race, not really trying to keep up with somebody else and their journey and what they're doing, because we all have our own paths. We all have our own journeys. We all have our own stories. Now, we're also going to talk about making sure we're being a good teammate and what that does for our race. And then we're going to talk about the classroom a little bit. We're going to talk about the right grades, talk about our GPA, ACT, and the SAT. So when I talk about running our own race, what I mean by that is, we can get caught up in social media and trying to keep up with what other people are doing. Coaches are looking what other teams are doing, what camps they're going to, what tournaments they're playing in. And you guys as athletes are also trying to post the same type of stuff that other people are posting, not knowing that it may not be what's right or it may not be what's for you. So when we're trying to get out there and be seen and get our exposure and try to find our own fit, we need to make sure it's within our own means. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different skill sets, and families have different amounts of money that they can put into this kind of stuff. Travel ball has gotten expensive. So I get it that you want to do what other people are doing because you're trying to keep pace with them, and you don't want somebody to maybe take your spot in the future. You don't want somebody to kind of, dim your light. But I can tell you right now that no one's dimming your light. It's all you doing your own stuff that makes your light brighter. No one's out there to dim your light. So if you see someone posting something on Twitter, like just the other day, I'm not going to mention the names, but just the other day, I saw a post where a girl was thanking these universities for sending her questionnaires. The thing about the questionnaires is I could email the school and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I'm interested in, choosing Notre Dame or choosing Oklahoma as my school, and I'm also interested in the softball program. Well, they're going to send me a recruitment questionnaire. Okay, they're going to try to find out some more information from me. So if those are the type of letters you want, it makes you feel good to get those questionnaires in the mail, by all means, go ahead and do that. But posting out there on social media, saying that, I got questionnaires from these schools, anybody can get those. Okay. For me, posting to schools and stuff, it's while you're at a camp, thanking them that you had a chance to go there, because what you're doing is you're putting their school out into the algorithm a little bit, and it helps them out too. They want to be seen. Schools want to be seen. So if you go to a camp at Campbell, or if you go to a camp at Mount Olive, or you go to a camp at Stanford, yeah, by all means, you take your picture with the coach, post that out there. Hey, had a great time camping here at so-and-so, can't wait to get back. And then you at the school, or you at the coach, and then boom, it kind of gives them some publicity. Or if you sign with them, or if you're going on an official, by all means, go ahead. I'm committed to whatever school. But all the other stuff, it's not necessarily who you're posting about, it's who you're leaving off. So there could be a school that's been chasing you down, wanting you to sign, and they're all over you about it. Well, you just, for whatever reason, you don't tag them, or you tag some of their competitors that you might end up going to. They're going to look at it like, well, she's not very interested in coming to us, or, a lot of different things going through their mind. So they're human. Don't know how it's going to affect them. So just be careful of what you post out there. And when it comes to running your race, you don't have to listen to, anything I say about, recruiting or anything like that. But I'm just giving you some insight from the people that I've heard, that I've talked to, and their opinions. Now, they could differ and they could be totally opposite, but I'm just throwing it out there to give you some food for thought, give you something to think about, honestly. Hit your drills, hit your workouts, post your highlights, that kind of stuff, and do your own thing. At the end of the day, it's you out there doing your thing. Don't worry about whatever anybody else is doing. Okay. Your teammates, cheer them on. And that kind of leads me into being a good teammate. Share your teammates' posts, retweet them, like them, get them out there when they're celebrating something, celebrate with them. When they hit a big home run, make it a big deal. Cheer them on, pick them up. There's a lot of things that are intangible that coaches are recruiting on as well. They're recruiting you as a person and as a teammate. Can you be just as loud in the dugout when your team is losing as when they're winning? If you don't ever step on the field, can you still be motivated? Can you still be enthusiastic and hungry? Can you cheer this stuff on? Can you be, a big time asset when your number is called? It may not be called as often as you would like, but can you still be there waiting your turn? Can you still be there trying to take someone else's spot the right way? I talked to Coach Luke the other day from Mount Olive, and he was talking about being hungry, chasing those starting spots. You want to earn those spots. You don't want somebody to go out there and go 0 for 12 with 10 strikeouts and just, look bad. And that's how you got your spot. You don't want somebody to go out there and just get the yips, can't make a throw, can't field a ball, and that's how you got your spot. I mean, these are your teammates, right? You want to cheer them on. You want to see them be successful, and you edge them out in some way, whether it's, being the first one to practice, the last one to leave practice, putting in the extra reps, making, these plays all the time. That's how you want to do it, with consistency, not just a flash in the pan type stuff. So root your teammates on. When you get there, there's 24, 26 players that are on a roster. If the school is fully funded, there's only 12 scholarships, and it's an equivalency sport. So if they split all 12 of those in half, you're talking 24 half scholarships. Of course, they don't split them all in half. They have money. They kind of dictate what they're going to do with it. So there's big rosters out there. So get used to playing on big rosters. If you're used to playing on a 9 or 10 player roster, it's going to be hard for you, because it's almost like you're guaranteed playing time. When you play high school, chances are it's a little bit bigger of a roster. But when you get somewhere, and the first time you're playing on a roster with 15, 16, 17 girls on it is in college, and you're like number 12 or 13 on the depth chart, it's going to be hard on you. You got to realize that, you're not a bad player. You're not terrible. You didn't mess up. You didn't do anything. It's just that there's 14 or 15 girls that are ahead of you in the coach's eye. So you've got to do something to get yourself there while you're cheering them on. So you're picking yourself up and you're cheering your team on, because at the end of the day, that's your team, right? So we got to be good teammates. We got to do what's right by our team, okay? And on top of that, doing what's right by the team is also being a good student, because we're student athletes first. So we're going to jump into GPA, ACT, and the SAT scores. It's never too early to take those. Jump out there as soon as you can. There are a bunch of programs out there that offer some study guides, that offer some tutoring, that offer some, different things that will help you as a student take those tests, sort of tricks of the trade, some secrets on how to prepare for it. ACT score matters. The SAT is kind of going away as far as a requirement. Not all schools require it, because the NCAA doesn't require it anymore at most schools. I will do some more research on it and find out what the actual requirements are. But I don't think the NCAA requires it anymore. I think they've left it to the school. So some schools are kind of going away, but there are some schools that still require it, make you take it. There are some schools that make you take the ACT. You have to score so high. And the more times you take it, the better off you're going to be. There are different programs out there to where you can take the entire ACT, get your scores back, and realize, hey, I can probably do better on this portion, and you can go back and take that portion of the ACT. Depends on which program you purchase, but there are different ways. So check with your guidance counselors, check with your teachers, check with your assistant principals and principals, and find out where you can go to take the ACT, how you can prepare. Look at the NCAA for eligibility requirements and stuff. I'm definitely not an expert on that. I can just steer you in that right direction. Talk to your guidance counselor first if you don't have an idea of where to start. GPA, some classes are weighted more than others. So it's not just about taking your regular core classes and acing them. Sometimes you're going to need a little bit more. Sometimes you're going to need those honors classes. Sometimes you're going to have to take a little bit tougher course in high school to go ahead and knock it out or get it out of the way, or maybe it's a prerequisite towards something. So find out what program you want to get into when you get to college. Make sure that college offers that, and see what prerequisites are, whether it's grades, whether it's classes, whether it's community service hours, whatever it is. They're all different. So focus on those and knock those out. Try to make it easier on yourself. What could be easier in the future may be very difficult right now, could be daunting almost. But right now you got a lot of resources that you can use. Squeaky wheel always gets the grease. Had a buddy in the Marine Corps. He used to say that all the time. Hey man, the squeaky wheel always gets the grease. So what that means is speak up, ask for help, ask for information, raise your hand. Yeah. Where do I go for this? Can you, point me in the right direction? Is there a website I can go to get these answers? You guys are on your phone all the time, constantly. There's a lot of resources out there. So make sure you're studying. If you don't have good study habits now in high school, that's okay. You can build study habits. It's not the end of the world. Just be like, well, I'm not going to go to college because I can't study. You can learn how to study. Find out what works for you. Do it now so that you can figure it out before you do get there. Some of you freshmen and sophomores are starting to get into the high school homework, and maybe didn't have that much in middle school. And some of you guys have had homework your whole lives, it seems, and you're just used to it. And, as far as time management and stuff like that, you're ahead of the curve. But when you get to college, you got to figure out how to maintain those grades and continue to get better on the softball field. Because we talked in the previous daily episodes about these colleges, they're not looking for you just to come to fit in as far as playing wise and skill wise. They're looking, they're bringing you on to make the team better. So they want you to fit in personality wise, but they want you to, be above their standard. That's the thing. So they're always trying to find that next best player. And that's just how it is. Doesn't matter what school you go to. It could be Oklahoma, it could be UCLA, it could be Florida. Doesn't matter. So focus on being a good teammate. Focus on your grades. And at the end of the day, just run your race, your timing. Or so-and-so's already committed, or she's already gone to 17 camps or whatever. Run your race. Take the information that you've learned and run your race. That's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your story and you're the author. I say that all the time. It's your story. Just write your own book, write your own novel, write your own story. All right. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of Foul Pole to Foul Pole Daily. I thank you guys for jumping on here. If you clicked on it, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're moving everything over from the Black Diamond Softball and Fitness channel to the Foul Pole to Foul Pole channel. We are leaving like 17,000 subscribers over there. Hopefully you guys jump over here. You subscribe to this channel. And as always, all the podcast stuff is out, whether it's on Google, Apple, Amazon, Spotify. You can find these episodes audio as well. You're going to take them with you in the car. So if you know someone that might like this type of stuff, as always, man, share it. And when you do, you tell them you love them.
Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo Taking Release.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's Golo.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who have found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's GOLO.com. Again, GOLO.com.